Hi, Debbie. Ina, hi. However that looks to you, however that's comfortable for you in your seated position. I'm just going to pull up my sheet here. Wonderful. Just to change it from the other one that I just had. Okay. We're going to start our practice today grounding ourselves and having our palms facing the ceiling, awaiting all of the wonderful things that are going to come our way. And maybe close down your eyes and feel the ground underneath you supporting you. It's week 5 of our practice. It's February. And our focus this month is to let love in, loving ourselves, being kind, and speaking in a compassionate way as we do to others, giving ourselves permission to be imperfect. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you exhale, picture yourself fogging up a mirror. You're in a safe place. Nobody can hear you. This breath will allow us to tap into our vagus nerve and help us relax and send us into rest. We're going to slowly draw our nose around the clock, hitting all of the numbers, every single one, and your clock can be as big as you want it to be. And we'll switch directions, counterclockwise. Maybe this one is a little bit bigger. Nice and slow. Just finding your breath. Good. And ear to shoulder, one at a time, switching sides. Nice and slow, maybe inhaling in one direction, exhaling in another. Move with intention. Find your breath. Good. And big shoulder circles. We're going to go forwards first. Big, all the way up to the earlobes, pulling them right down. And again, maybe inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you go down. And we'll switch directions. Down, front, up, and back. Find your breath. Good. Slowly send your left hand to the side as you reach the right hand up and over, bending through the left elbow, breathing into the side body. Big deep breath in. Exhale, come back to neutral and switch sides. Right hand, soft elbow. You're going to move with your own breath. When you've inhaled your amount of air and you need to exhale, that's when your body should come back to neutral. One more each side. Good. And we're going to do some cat, or actually, we're going to take your right hand to your left knee and just reach your left hand behind your back and take your gaze and your shoulders over to the left side. Breathe in as you lift up your heart. As you exhale, come back to neutral. Sides. However you're comfortable. Good. And just tipping your hands forward, tucking your back toes under. Great. Going to have big, wide fingers. Okay. And grip the mat with the palms of the fingers, the pads of the fingers, and pull yourself up and drop the hips with a strong core, lifting up your heart, breathing in. Yeah, so drop your hips. There you go. Yeah. And on your exhale, press your hips back towards the heels and reach forward. Take the gaze right in your belly button. And as you come up, really send your spine up to the ceiling for a big cat. As you drop the hips down, lift your heart center, breathe in. Make sure those shoulders are far from the ears. Exhale, press back. And again, gripping the mat. Sending up a big spine, a big cat spine as we drop down. Tight through the core, shoulders are far from the ears. Breathe in. And press your laces to the floor as you send your hips back to your heels. Put your forehead on the mat and just paint your hands towards your knees. Just ground yourself again. Feel the earth beneath you. Taking a few deep breaths into the back body. We're going to go into puppy pose. It's a wonderful heart opener. Coming up into table. Something's happening with your camera. And we're going to drop our elbows to the floor. The hands are wide. And you can have your toes to the floor or you can tuck them under. It's up to you. And you're going to just bow down, trying to get the heart low. And the gaze is coming through the toes. Very, very great heart opener here. Good. Breathe. with a big deep breath, we're going to try and just lengthen our arms, straighten out our arms. So lots of strength in the hands and wrists here, tight through the core, lifting up, back into table. Very good. And then we're just going to shake our hips from side to side. The shoulders are still. Hi there. Edwards. Is it Jen? Jan, right? Side.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to disturb you. I thought there was a strength class at 6. I'm going to get off. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Bye.
that's okay. Join us for yoga.
No, I just did yoga. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Good. So now we're going to have wide fingers tuck under the back toes. Okay, and we're going to send our knees up off the mat and send our hips back towards the heels, up towards the ceiling for downward facing dog. Very good. Let the crown of your head fall to the floor and walk your dog, coming up onto tippy toes, walking. And when you're ready, walk, skip, hop, jump, however you can, get to the top of the mat. And we're in forward fold here. Just let your head go. Maybe you're using a chair to help support you, or your couch. Up to you. Place your hands on the shins. As you lift up, lengthen your spine. And roll the shoulders far from the ears. Good. And I want you to bend your knees in chair pose today. Squeezing together. That was great, Debbie. Squeezing the legs together, the feet together, the shins, everything together, and keeping the chest up, just like you're sitting in a chair. Find your breath. With your next inhale, send the weight into the feet and stand up, reaching up, grab the moon, pull it into your heart. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. This is where we are our strongest. Every muscle is working to hold you up, to balance you. Feel the earth under your feet. Send all of the weight into the right side, and very carefully bring your foot up into your ankle, pressing your ankle into your foot, and your foot into your ankle. Bringing the chest up nice and proud. This is a balance pose, and perhaps maybe having some branches on your tree moving around, or opening the hip. Very nice. If you come out of it, just celebrate that. Open the chest, open the heart center. Good. And Tadasana. Both feet grounding, find your breath. Send all of the weight into the left side. When you're ready, your tree might look different than everybody else's, and that's okay. No trees are the same. And I've never seen a tree that doesn't have flowy branches to help stabilize it. Opening the hip, opening your heart for the love to come in. Very nice. Good. And mountain Tadasana. Opening the feet wide, sending one hand up, the other hand up. Pretend someone's pulling you up towards the sky. And now let your shoulders sink into the sockets, down to the floor. Star pose. You're a bright, shining star in the sky. You're strong, you're bright. You deserve love. Fog up that mirror. Excellent. Drop your arms. The left leg comes behind you, pivoting on the toes. The right foot goes forward. Coming down, lowering ourselves down to the knee. Right down to the floor. That front leg should be fairly generously out in front of you to protect your knee, to feel comfortable. And we're going to try and bring everything into center body. If you have some balance, open it up. That's okay. This is your practice. Squeezing everything in, lifting heart tight through the core. Glutes are on. This thigh is activated. This thigh is pulling in. When you're ready, lift your arms up, or you can come out. Reaching up towards that star and sending the shoulders far from the ears, letting them sink into the earth. Very nice. Opening the hip, letting it press open towards the opposite wall. Excellent. And dropping the hands onto the knee. We're going to take our right hand on the right knee, and we're going to reach our left hand out to the side as we take our gaze just over our chest, pulling everything in. Beautiful rotation here. Good. And we're going to drop that left hand behind the back, looking forward again, reaching the front hand up, scooping it back, little baby bend. Lots and lots of challenges here. You're doing well. Looks great. Exhale, bring that front hand down, the other hand down, making lots of space back into table. Beautiful. Good. And we're going to step that left foot forward. And coming back up, squeezing everything in. Feel free to grab a pad for your knees if you need it. And lifting the heart center, really tightening everything up right into the center. When you're ready, you can add in your arms, letting that right hip really open up as you lift. Reaching up for the sky, and let those shoulders sink down, down, down. Beautiful. We pull that left knee in. Ooh, I'm cracking my SI joint. Exhale, send your hands down. Left hand stays on the knee. Balance, balance here. Really active thighs. Open the other hand out towards your back. And taking your gaze just over your chest. So we're not cranking our neck. Take that right hand, drop it behind your body, along your waist, and then scoop up the left arm up to the ceiling and a baby back bend. Woo. Week 5. Excellent. Exhale, drop that front arm down, bring it to the other side, the other one as well, down to the floor, and come into table. Sending your hips back onto your feet for our child's pose. Child's pose has many variations, many shapes. Maybe you need your elbows a little closer to your knees. That is okay. Try to get your head completely on the mat for grounding. Big deep breath in. Excellent. Good. And from here, lengthen out the arms, sending yourself onto your side. Just taking a hip. Beautiful. And we're going to send our knees and legs into 90-90. So we have 90 degrees in the legs, 90 degrees in the ankles, and 90 degrees at the hip. So those toes are pulled up, nice and active. Maybe you have to move some flesh out of the way. Up to you. Find what works for you. And from here, we're just going to walk our hands over. I'm wondering if everybody's on the left side or are you on the right side? Whichever side you're on, walk your hands over to that side and take your gaze straight ahead. And focus on pressing the knee and the ankle into the ground, trying to lessen the space between the floor and your hip. Press as you lift your heart center, grip into the mat and pull yourself up like you're going to stand. Breathe in, feel the stretch. This is wonderful for hip mobility, spine mobility. Good. Lower the shoulders. Excellent. And we're going to slowly walk it back up. And we're just going to walk our hands over the bent leg in front of us. Good. It doesn't have to be huge. You just have to feel an internal rotation of that back leg. Your hip wants to come down towards the floor. You're lowering your shoulders. You're lifting your heart. Very nice. Big stretch here. And then coming up and slowly reaching behind you, making lots and lots of room. Open your heart. Let the love in. And we're going to slowly pivot to the other side. Okay. And feel free to check it out, making sure those toes are active. Good. And when you're ready, big deep breath in. Let's walk into the top of the mat or facing the side. Beautiful. Lower the shoulders, lifting the heart like you're pouncing ahead. Really sending the knee, the ankle, the foot, feel the earth. Explore, pulling up, feel the stretch. And exhale, walk your hands out in front. And if you have to move to accommodate, go ahead. Find what's comfortable for your knees. Find where you can feel the stretch the most, extending out the hands. Excellent. And we're going to lay down into our final Savasana pose. It can be any pose that you would like. I wish we had more time together. It can be straight on your back as long as you're resting. So nothing is working. You're straight flat on your back. Maybe you want to put some pillows under your knees. That's fine too. Otherwise, you're in full resting pose here. It's actually called corpse pose, believe it or not. Palms are facing the ceiling and the shoulder blades are tucked under, and maybe your chin is tucked into your chest. And we'll close down our eyes, relaxing all of the muscles, separating the surfaces of our teeth, dropping the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Let's focus on our breath only, breathing in through the nose and exhale, fog up the mirror. Feel the belly rise with the inhale. Feel the belly lower. Feel yourself deflate into the mat. Fully, fully, fully. Try not to make any stories or lists. Give yourself permission to be still. Being in tune with your breath is something that we don't give ourselves enough permission to do. Picturing the air coming in and the air leaving. Slowly, if you choose, you can stay right where you are. You're at home. If you choose, maybe find some movement in your fingers or your neck. Just bringing some awareness back to your body. And slowly rolling onto your side. And tucking your knees up into your chest. Stretching out your back and breathing into your back. Picturing the back of your lungs expanding and deflating. And gently push yourself up into a seated position, whatever that might look like to you. Maybe it's cross-legged, maybe it's out straight, whatever you're comfortable with. And just take a moment here to send yourself some love and gratitude and compassion for letting some love in to your heart, for taking care of yourself, for getting in touch with your body and your breath. It's just as important as anything else. Big deep breath in, lifting up the shoulders to your ears. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inhale and big exhale. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Namaste. Please keep coming back. Bring your friends.